What's up, guys? We got one here from Modern King. Millionaire outsmarts entitled ex-wife after she tried to take everything he has. Let's get into it.
17 years of my life with an elderly man who smelled like cabbage, just to be told I've got nothing in the will, nothing, and he was worth £33 million. And you think this is funny? I have wasted my life.
So 17 years with Grandpa Cabbage and a fat zero in the wallet. I mean, that's classic. I mean, let me get this straight. You signed up for the Bag of Millionaire program and he signed you up for give nothing back. No refunds, no exchanges. I mean, the moral here is pretty simple. Don't expect a jackpot from a guy who smells like vegetables. But really, this is just one more reminder of how society has turned relationships into investments. I mean, real currency, youth, appearance, and apparently a high tolerance for cologne substitutes. I mean, trust me, the game's rigged and the players never read the terms and conditions.
Can you separate it? I got the birthday girl and my wife.
Separate tags. Dave, I'm sorry, you're the only man at this table. Why are we doing separate tags? It's all women here.
No, but I'm not responsible for paying everybody. I got the birthday girl.
You invited everybody.
You invited all of us.
I didn't invite you. Ernestine invited you. Okay, I'm responsible for who I brought.
Okay, you're the only man at the table.
I'm sorry, hold on. We was all doing Russian roulette, paying with credit cards and all that. Now all of a sudden you want to split check? We doing split checks now?
That was 2021.
Y'all
okay?
wait.
Things were different.
Not 21.
But I didn't sign up for that. Okay, there's nobody else doing
But
the.
you participate.
I'm sorry. Dave, but you always say, like, you're the only man at the table. You're not going to pay the checks?
But I'm not obligated. I got my whole family.
It's $700 for this whole table, and it's my birthday.
This is your podcast co-host. This is your
Only
best friend.
$700.
It's only Shan.
You being cheap.
Are you kidding me right
You're
now?
honestly being cheap right now.
Okay, first
No, if that was the case, I'd have just took you out.
are you
to
being sick? Dre, are you gonna let him sit here with a whole table full of women?
I really feel like it's not his responsibility, and when y'all get a husband,
I'm married.
I'm sorry, I do have a husband though. Hold on, wait a minute.
Thank
I do have a husband.
No, so Donnie, you're good because it's your birthday.
It's like, the only guy at the table. Check, please. That's a classic setup. If you break this down, you throw a party, you invite everyone under the sun, and somehow the guy who just sits here for a slice of birthday cake becomes the ATM. I mean, that's kind of what I got from that there. You know what? The whole man pays for everything was fine back in Leave It to Beaver times, but last I checked, it's 2024. Women talk about equality until it's time for the check to show up. And suddenly, tradition resurrects itself. So here's an idea. If you want equality, then put your credit card down next to mine.
So you really decided to take me out on a date to Subway?
What's wrong with Subway?
Do you not have money for something nicer?
What a polite question to ask on a first date.
I thought we were gonna go do something else on this.
I do have money. I just don't have high faith in you.
Oh my.
Why would you say that?
I feel like you're in it for the money and not for me.
Of course I'm in it for the money.
Well, never let it be said that they weren't being honest.
See, that's why I brought you to Subway. To see what your true character was.
I got dressed this morning. I got up and I got ready and I took a shower and I did all the basics just to come somewhere nicer.
Are they trying to say that they wouldn't have done that otherwise?
And where do you work?
Papa John's.
That makes sense. Let me guess, you're a delivery driver?
Yes.
Pitiful.
The phrase, those that live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones, comes to mind.
I don't think you should be worried about dating. I think you should be worried about your light bill. Because clearly you couldn't take me somewhere nicer, so I'm not interested.
Well, don't they seem just charming?
You work at fucking Papa John's.
Because I would give you anything you wanted.
But a date's a Subway, huh? That really proves to me how much you wanted me and how much you valued my time.
I wanted to get to know you.
At least that part, it seems, is going rather well.
Why does it matter when I take you? I don't have to take you to a steakhouse just to get to know you.
Give me my phone back.
Are you recording? You think this is funny?
Give me my phone back.
I don't think this girl deserves me.
And I, for one, am inclined to agree.
So we're mad about Subway now. I mean, look, I like Subway, but I could think of a few other sandwich spots in my town I'll go to that's about equal in price and maybe a little better quality in the product that they produce. But look, if a $5 footlong is a deal breaker, then what's the price tag on loyalty? She literally tells the guy she's in it for the money, but expects to be wooed with a fat steak dinner. Can't make this shit up. Dating now is like a reality show audition. She's going on about how she deserves something fancy because she showered. I'm sorry, is that now the standard? Does it take a shower? So basically she stinks most of the time? okay. All I'm saying is if you want VIP experience, maybe don't show up with entitlement as your plus one.
Let's be realistic, Samuel. It's about value.
Yeah, and your value is low.
Oh, wow. And how do you know that? You're not
Because
sure
you're 5'4" and 200 pounds.
Okay.
And 37 years old with 2 kids. That's how I know. In Kentucky.
Okay. That's your opinion.
It's not my opinion.
You never seen my body before, so you.
I don't have to see your body. I know you're 5'4" and almost 200 pounds with 2 kids in Kentucky. And I see your picture.
You just say.
And I'm listening to how you talk. And I'm listening to your energy. I'm listening to your tone. I'm listening to your relationships. See, what it is, you ladies don't like when somebody is this direct with you.
Excuse me, sir.
Kevin Samuels laying the truth. I mean, 5'4", 200 pounds and talking about value. It's not that anyone's worth is just numbers, but let's be real here. He's not out here rating her. He's just hitting her with a little reality check. Modern dating has everyone thinking they're the main character in their mind and that she's at least a 9, but with a 5-figure bank account waiting. I mean, it's really simple. If you want to attract a high-value partner, work on being one. But no, we live in a world where even constructive criticism is an act of war.
Question for you.
Yeah.
How old were you when you became a millionaire?
I'm not a millionaire. I wish I were.
What line of business are you in?
I'm a lawyer. I used to be a millionaire, but my ex-wife has most of the money.
So what did you learn from that divorce?
Don't get divorced because in every state the woman gets all the money.
How much money did you lose from your divorce?
Several $1 million.
So it's safe to say marriage is a business.
Marriage is an important economic decision. I'd recommend if you are building wealth, you certainly have a prenuptial agreement. And even though you want to marry for love, just be careful.
When you married, who knows?
So a lawyer who was but wasn't a millionaire until his ex-wife cashed in on his assets. I mean, that's a big shocker, right? Marriage is an economic contract and most people walk into it thinking it's a sequel to a Disney movie. But look, the divorce court isn't about justice. It's about splitting assets. And in most states, it means the guy's going to get cleaned out. The system's rigged like a casino where every table is set up for the house or AKA your ex-wife or soon to be ex-wife. And she is going to win. So let it be a lesson, gents. Love is great, but protect your wallet first. If not, you're just a tax bracket away from being a statistic.
Knows everything about you is no longer your friend or advocate. Stop treating her as such. The minute she wants a divorce, she's instant enemy and not looking out for your best interests. As a husband, as a father, as a citizen, she will do everything she can to destroy you. And the minute she hires an attorney, it just becomes war at that point.
So the minute you marry her, she's the partner in crime. And the minute you split, it's the enemy's territory. I mean, think about it. Marriage does incentivize love right up to the point there's divorce and where it becomes open season on your assets. She gets a lawyer and the union turns into a demolition derby with your savings on the line of fire. This isn't love. This is a hostage negotiation with alimony demands. And the courts, they don't see you as a husband or as a father. They just see you as a number on a check. Welcome to the legal meat grinder.
We've been together for over 50 years. Wow, 50 years.
One time I came home and I pulled in the front driveway and I saw this car down the street take off because somebody came out the back door.
It was the repairman. I told you the washing machine was broken. The results reads as follow. First, child, Mr. Willis, you are not the father.
That's what I figured.
No. Oh, that's no. Willis. That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. Second child. That's got to be. It's a mistake. Mr. Willis, you are not the father. You are reading someone else's file. This
So I have a mailman and a plumber.
Child 3, Mr. Willis. I pray and I hope. Please. But you are not the father. Oh my God.
50 years. 50 years. And she's still playing the victim. I'm so sorry. She's sorry she got caught. She's sorry you found out what she did. This is why I tell you fellas to pick and choose wisely. This is exactly why. The moment you get that red flag, the moment you get that intuition in your heart, I don't care how long you've been with her, you move on with your life because that is going to continue to ruin yours. She's going to continue to ruin your life. DNA testing needs to be mandatory at birth. I don't care. I say it all the time. So many dudes out here going 40, 30, 50.
I know we've seen this one before, and I've commented on whether this was real or not, but there's truth to it. I mean, in this case, yeah, 50 years of playing house and then the DNA test comes back like, oops, you're not the father. I mean, it's brutal. But the guy's always had this, seems like he's always had the suspicion that the kids weren't his. Here's what they don't tell you though, is you can give her your time, your loyalty, your hard-earned money, and she might still reward you with what? The milkman's kids? This guy probably paid for birthdays, braces, college funds, and only to get blindsided. Yet somehow she's still playing the victim. You saw her like, oh no. I mean, come on. Let this be a lesson. Get a DNA test early and save yourself the heartbreak later. Or, hey, maybe just embrace the joy of the mystery fatherhood.
Husband just pulled up to my house in a brand new truck. And I'm not really sure if I'm sad about it or if I'm mad about it. There's a little bit of both happening there because a brand new truck really mattered more to this man than his marriage and his dog. Which, I mean, if he wants to be the loser that lives in an apartment with a brand new car, then by all means be my guest. All he's doing is showing me that he really was a financial burden on me and that I should not keep him around. One of the most consistent arguments we had was that he wanted a brand new $100,000 truck. And trust me when I say we are not in the tax bracket to be having a $100,000 truck.
Well, he seems to be affording a $100,000 truck just fine by himself. So I think the financial burden on the finances was you, not him.
Or does he have a real use for that car, especially now that he lives in an apartment?
So the soon-to-be ex rolls up in a new truck and suddenly he's a villain. I mean, if you break this down, she's bitter because she invested years in him only to get hit with the big purchase post-divorce surprise. And really he's just flexing because the marriage was all about spending responsibly. Of course, he doesn't want her approval. He just wants to show he's doing fine. But her reaction, it's like she's mad he didn't ask for permission first. The irony is thick, and she says he was a burden, but she's still tallying up what she thinks he owes. This also reminds me, there's if you're in the country, Luke Bryan, he's got a song he came out not too long ago, Beer in My Hand, where he's talking about he just broke up with somebody. He should be sad, but he's like, I got a beer in my hand, I got it raised up high, and he's like talking about being all happy and stuff. And this is what this guy reminds me of. So check it out if you wanted to hear something kind of funny. Anyways, let's wrap this up here. So the common thread here is relationships, dating, marriage. They've all been twisted into transactions. Traditional family model has been gutted, replaced by a society of quick profits and instant gratification. Modern dating and marriage have been gamified. You're either winning or you're losing, and men and women are on opposite teams playing a rigged game designed by media, social expectations, and an economy that thrives on division. So solution, look inward to yourself, build yourself up, and don't let society convince you that only way to find meaning is through a pricey relationship. And if you're in it just for love, get real clear on what that actually means before you get down on one knee. So a couple questions that I got here for you guys would be, have you ever felt that marriages or relationships today are more about finances than love? Do you think there's a difference between the Western cultures versus Eastern culture, Asia, Eastern Europe, probably even looking like India, Africa, and stuff like that? Do you think that the dating game's rigged against men, or is everyone just caught in the same system? I think I kind of already know the answers to these here. And last question I wrote down was, what would it take for traditional family values to make a comeback in the West and today? Anyways, guys, if you like what we've seen today, hit that like button, share, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Drop me a comment down below on what you think, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.